It's gonna wake the neighbors.
What is going on, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. Welcome to my review for Live Free or Die Hard. So Live Free or Die Hard is the fourth installment in the Die Hard franchise, and it sees Bruce Willis return to his role as John McClane. After 12 years after the third installment, McClane now finds himself a bit out of his element when he finds himself tangling with a band of cyber terrorists led by Thomas Gabriel, played by Timothy Olyphant. Now, these cyber terrorists basically are trying to take out the remaining hackers that have a connection to them, which leaves them to one, Matthew Farrell, played by Justin Long. When their attempt to take him out failed because of McClane being sent to pick him up, now McClane needs Farrell to help him track down these terrorists and stop them before they take over America's computer infrastructure and wipe everything out, sending everyone back into the early ages. This is the first installment in the franchise that's taken on a PG-13 rating. The first three films were rated R. The thing about Live Free or Die Hard, though, is with either one you watch, whether it is PG-13 version, it doesn't take away from the first three movies. Because sometimes whenever you have a movie that goes from an R rating to a PG-13 or even a PG rating, it can really kind of take away the quality of that movie and take away the spirit, but it doesn't. Because the truth of it is even it being 12 years after the third installment, it beats that sequelitis. You know, a lot of sequels after so long don't really work, but with Live Free or Die Hard, it actually does work. It is very entertaining as hell. It comes out about a week before the 4th of July. It's set during the 4th of July weekend, and it sees Bruce Willis, at the top of his game. He brings back that snarky John McClane that we all know and love, and he also has some great support there with him. Justin Long, who plays Matthew Farrell as this hacker, he's really good as this intelligent hacker that John McClane actually needs in order to try to catch these guys. And then you have Timothy Olyphant, who is our main villain here, and he is very good. I really enjoy it. This is I think this is my favorite role that he's in. You know, he's been in a lot of other movies that I really enjoy him in, like Go and The Girl Next Door and Hitman, which I haven't seen Hitman. And he's also in The Perfect Getaway. He's very good in that movie as well. But yeah, here, this is my favorite performance of him because he plays a really good cyber villain. And there's a lot of moments in this movie that, there's a lot of moments like from the dialogue between him and John is actually really good. The writing in this movie is actually very clever. There is a scene where he's talking to McClane, and when he hears about his girlfriend, who's also great in this, Maggie Q, that John McClane ended up killing. Yeah, and Thomas does not take that very well, and he retaliates pretty drastically. And so the dialogue between them in several scenes that when they talk to each other is actually really good. Now let's talk about the action scenes. The stunts in this movie are just insane. That's what probably makes this the more out there entries in the franchise, because it's just crazy. There's a scene where John McClane drives a car into a chopper. Literally, he takes out a chopper with a car. There's a scene where they're in a tunnel. They're in the tunnel, and there's a car that's flipping, coming right at them. And the right time, these two cars kind of slide on both sides of them, just before the car lands on top of them, and they're just like they're in the middle, and it's like, holy shit, they dodged that shit. And then there's also an instance where John runs over a fire hydrant, which the water takes out. It explodes, and the fire hydrant takes out the chopper that's above there. And then probably my favorite stunt, which is probably the most preposterous of them all, it's insane, is whenever he is driving a big rig truck and the bridge is collapsing, and this jet is trying to take him out, and this jet starts to crash, and the semi truck is pretty much blown to shreds. And so he's able to jump off the truck onto the back of the jet like he's surfing and shit. And when the bridge collapses, he jumps onto the bridge as it's collapsing. Just before the jet hits the bridge, explodes right behind him as he's sliding down the bridge, and it's fucking badass. It's insane, but it's awesome. It's awesome to see. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't have any negatives about this movie. I enjoy this movie from beginning to end. Great cast. Bruce Willis is terrific. Justin Long is great. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who plays his daughter, Lucy, she's really good in it as well. I wish there was more scenes with her in it, but we see her toward the beginning of the movie, and then in the final act of the movie. I wish we had more of her in there. That would have been awesome if she kind of got involved, but it's all good. Maggie Q is great as Thomas's sidekick villain. She's got some really cool moves. The fight scene between her and John McClane is really, really great. Especially in the elevator shaft when he's in the car and she's like on there and they're fighting each other in the car and everything, and it's hanging on in the elevator shaft. It's fucking awesome. I think I might actually like this more than Die Hard 2 and Die Hard 3, just a little bit. Definitely a hell of a lot more than A Good Day to Die Hard, and that's definitely the worst of the franchise. I'll get into that at another time. But yeah, I love this movie. I give A Good Day to Die Hard 4.5 out of 5 stars. But that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you've seen Live Free or Die Hard. What did you think of it? Let me know down there. Stay tuned for my third and final video for the 4th of July, my 4th of July series, Uncle Sam, which I will have that up for you late tonight. I'm going to have my Independence Day video up here for you to check out if you haven't checked it out already. And as always, I love you guys. You guys are the best, and I will see you in the next one.